Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and today we are breaking down the Bloom de Fleur Parklane paper pad. I love the colors in this. It's got that really deep wine red burgundy color. It's a lot of fun with some pinks and greens. This is one of the Parklane pads that comes with foil, vellum, craft paper, acetate, and wood. So there's all sorts of specialty papers in here, which means you know I'm going to have a bunch left over for making cards. So let me show you what I did. Okay, so the first sheet that I used as inspiration is this floral with those burgundies, greens, and pinks. Love this paper. I combined that with this green paper with the tiny white florals on there. And the reason why I did this is because this paper is quite dark, so the white brightens it up. The scale of the flowers is very small compared to the scale of the flowers here, so this will work. Now, this is going to be very busy, and so it will need something to break it up, and so I threw in this pink foiled cardstock, and if you just use it like a border or a mat or something like that, you will see that now these papers with just that little bit of a break in between them work really well together. I also threw in this wood grain, always makes a great background for a layout. There is another floral sheet in here, but this time this one is much brighter. It is on a off-white background, and I paired that with pink colored cardstock. The back side of this is a darker pink. Both work. Lots of options. I have it flipped to the lighter one because I also paired it with this really dark tone-on-tone floral. I think this just provides a little more contrast. And I also paired this with that same wood grain. Same inspiration sheet. Again, this time I threw in one of the solid cardstocks in this tanny color, which almost reads similar to the yellow in this cardstock. And then I threw in this medium-size tone-on-tone floral. I really love these two patterns together. I think they work really well. And then also threw in this dark green, and I really like how that works together. It's amazing how the feel of the paper changes by just adding such a dark color, right? If you look here, this is much more cheerful, and then this is much more formal just by changing to a darker color. And then introducing a brighter color in there breaks it up a little bit and makes it a little less dark. Going back to that large dark floral piece of paper, I paired that with this really light floral. The scale on this is quite small compared to this one, and I think that just brightens this one up quite a bit. And then I threw in this tone-on-tone, it almost looks like lace, to reconnect this back. And then I threw in a pink solid cardstock just for matting, or if I need a border or something to break up the patterns. And the rest are forming my card kit. So like normal, I have cut aparts. The back side has a pink geometric. I've got 2 sheets of those. There is an acetate sheet in here. Now this can go one of 2 ways. I could use this as a filler sheet in one of my albums, or I'm thinking I might try and make these into cards. So it's a 12 by 12 sheet, so if I cut it in half, you know, and fold it in half, I could have a 6 by 6 card, which might be kind of fun. So I'm going to leave it in cards for now. There is a vellum sheet with gold foil on it with that small floral print. There's also a piece of wood veneer. This is a pretty delicate feeling. Kind of fun. I'm thinking I could probably use this for die cutting, like maybe to die cut out some sentiments or something. There is a bit of craft in this paper. I didn't really like it combined with the other papers for a layout, but for a card I think I can definitely make this work. This is clearly foiled. It's amazing how printing something on craft paper changes the color significantly. This is much more muted, has a completely different look, and the texture of this definitely feels like paper bag, craft paper bag. And then there's a green vine or leaf print. There's also this small floral, which I do like, and I could use this in a scrapbook page, but when I was playing around with what to combine with it, I ended up having so many different things in it that I thought, you know what, let's just make cards out of it. But the green, that small white floral on green, there's that dark burgundy tone on tone. This is another foiled with the florals on it. Woo! Definitely make good cards. And then I have some of the colored cardstock left. So definitely should be able to make a lot of cards using this kit. As I mentioned before, what I've been doing to designate these is I just add a flag at the top. So when I look in my bin, I know exactly which ones I've intended to make cards with. Again, like anything, you can make cards out of any of these kits. I've just specifically designated these. Usually what I like to do is make a layout and from the leftovers make cards, but sometimes you're just in the mood to make a lot of cards. So that is it for the Bloom de Fleur kit. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. Let me know what you think of the paper bag before. Is this up your alley? Not quite. Way out there? What do you think of the craft? I'm not too sure about it. I mean, I can make it work, but it's not my natural, you know, go-to kind of thing. So I'd be curious to see what you guys think, if you find it exciting or meh. Anyways, thanks everyone. Until next time, happy crafting.